C.V. Rao, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, our special guest this morning, Sonam Kapoor, National President Flo, Archana Garodia Gupta, National President-elect Flo, Vinita Bimbit, Chairperson Flo Mumbai, Falguni Padode, Consul General of Canada, Mr. Jordan Reeves, and Director General of Films Division, Mr. Mukesh Sharma, to kindly light. Mr. Jordan Reeves. May I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. I'd like to invite Mr. Mukesh Sharma, Director General of Films Division, to please felicitate the Honorable Governor, Mr. Rao. Call upon Ms. Archana Gupta to felicitate the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Fadnavis. Photographers to please make some space for the audience to be able to see the stage. You're welcome to sit down in front of the stage if you wish to, but please don't stand. May I request, and I'm delighted to be here to anchor the first Flo Film Festival ever to be held. Stories can change people. Stories can shape attitudes. The messages that we give out every day, the messages that we receive every day, can mold minds and sell ideas. Stories told well have that magic. Let me tell you about a little girl. Let's call her Usha. Born in a remote part of the world, she grew up in a little village with little access to great education, such as we have enjoyed. She went to school, she did well, she got a scholarship to university. People said, how did she do that? She finished university, she got a scholarship to go to one of the biggest universities in the world to study science. She went there, and she developed, with her own hard work, some breakthrough scientific research which changed the future of mankind. When she was being felicitated on a global stage, the press asked her, how did you, this little child from a remote corner of the world, think that you could do this, or think of doing this? The girl, now a young lady, smiled bemusedly and said, because no one told me I couldn't. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of a message. What we tell our children, what we tell our contemporaries, what we tell ourselves we can do and that we can't, that we make possible. Bollywood and Hollywood are replete with such stories. In a racy scene in It Happened One Night, Clark Gable unbuttons his shirt to reveal, to the shock of 1934 audiences, a bare chest. No undershirt, no banyan. Legend has it that undershirt sales dropped by 75% that year. In another example, the movie Home Alone featured Pepsi. Children who watched that movie chose Pepsi over rival Coke 71% of times, versus children who had not seen the movie, who chose it only 40% of times. So the power, the subliminal messages that our movies can convey is powerful indeed. But some things take longer, much longer to change, like stereotypical gender attitudes in the movie business. Success stories such as Catherine Bigelow, the first Academy Award winning female director ever. When a Hollywood producer was asked why Bigelow broke through when others hadn't, he replied without missing a beat, because she was married to Titanic director James Cameron. They knew that if she messed it up, he'd step in to save the day. A different matter entirely that the two had divorced several years before she even made the film. So, welcome. The Flo Film Festival is the beginning of a dialogue. Through the medium of cinema, a conversation about the representation of women and girls on screen, and an exploration of the themes that are unique to this side of the gender spectrum. The Indian and international features, documentaries, animation, and short films chosen for the festival will highlight women's issues, but there are as much stories of hope, courage, and inspiration. If in time, we should start breaking down stereotypes. As audiences, we should become more discerning and reject the messages that weaken our inner strength. A lot of people have come together to make this event possible. Our associates, presenting partners, colors, powered by Pons, Platinum Partner, JBCN International, Gold Partner, Drishyam Films, Bronze Partner, State Bank of India, supported by the Consulate General of Canada and Jaipur Jewels, and all our other associates, sponsors, and supporters who've so magnanimously helped us make this festival possible. Can I request the console to unveil the festival logo, please, and play the sponsor films?
Yeah.
the last 6 years, she's been deeply committed to FICCI ladies organization, FLO, the largest and oldest women associations in Southeast Asia with over 4,000 members and 13 chapters across the country. And it's using its reach to effect change, both great and small. Truly, an embodiment of empowerment and someone for whom gender parity is not just a buzzword. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the welcome address, I invite Chairperson of FLO Mumbai, Ms. Falguni Padode.
Good morning, everybody. I can't believe the day has come. We've been working at the concept of the film festival for the last 11 months. But before that, I first welcome the Honorable Governor, Shri Vidyasagar Rao, the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, actor Sonam Kapoor, the National Head of FLO, Archana Garodia Gupta, Vinita Bembet, Senior Vice Chairperson, Mr. Mukesh Sharma, Director General, Films Division, who is our host today. All our distinguished guests, thank you so much for being here this morning. It means a lot to us. I would first like to thank our associates who's actually made this possible. Colors are presenting partners, Ponds are powered by partner, JBCN International, Drishyam Films, SBI, and we're supported by the Consulate General of Canada and Jaipur Jewel. And all the other associates who have so generously given of their services, their time, Films Division, who has partnered with us for this whole venue. So a deep sense of gratitude with which I'd first like to thank everybody. Thank you very, very much. This wouldn't have been possible without all of you. It was the germ of an idea 11 months ago when the then Director General of Films Division, he bought into the idea. And he said, you should go ahead and you should do it. And they came on as partner for the first ever FLO Film Festival. Mr. Mukesh Sharma, who came in right after him, gave his nod, gave us his blessings, and we were on the roll. Then came the partnership with the Gina Davis Institute on Gender and Media. The institute was doing its first ever report on the portrayal of women in Indian cinema and the socio-cultural impact that it has on our society. They came on board and they said, we'd like to reveal our India report in conjunction with the festival. We had the Global Symposium with them yesterday, and the report was extremely well received. And the festival was off to a great start. The women's wing of FICCI, also known as FLO, is the oldest business chamber for women in Southeast Asia. And we've been working on the mission to economically empower women since the last 32 years. The intention of having this festival was to give a platform to the huge amount of work that FLO is doing in terms of advocacy for women's issues, creating entrepreneurial motivation amongst women, skilling and training women, encouraging women to take up non-traditional roles, and in turn, further fuel the work of FLO by I'd like to show a short film on the work that FLO has done in the past year and the many issues that we deal with throughout the year in terms of women empowerment. Can we have the film, please? Power to empower. Our mission this year is changing lives. Together, they're an important combination for great change. And this is what our team plans to do this year.
and all of you women are doing a wonderful job, because this is just something that would fit into women who are finding jobs, but jobs into the education sector.
We'll be very happy to talk to you. Please visit our office and come to us with any suggestions that you think we can incorporate in making the transport sector more gender friendly.
Most important thing, which is ongoing work of FICCI, is for imparting skill education. Friends, assuring you that the government, on your behalf, ma'am, too, will step in at any step wherever assistance is required.
I would request all of you in the audience to please stay back today after the event. Go and see some of the great films. We're screening some films right after this event. There's a most wonderful selection of films in the first ever Flo Film Festival. May I finally close by inviting Ms. Rashmi Lamba, Festival Director, on stage, and I request the Honorable Governor, the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Mukesh Sharma, Ms. Sonam Kapoor, Ms. Archana Garodia Gupta, Ms. Vinita Bimbit to please unveil the festival catalogue.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll be pleased to know that we have amongst us Mr. Ram Madhwani, filmmaker and director of Nirja. May I request you all to give him a big hand. He has his film coming out tomorrow, so we wish him the very best. And you, Ms. Kapoor. The films that you will watch at the Flo Film Festival over the next 3 days will enthrall you. Stories from around the world as features, documentaries, animation, and short films that speak in our voice, that speak for us, about us, and on behalf of us women. Putting this festival together would have been impossible without the guiding hand of our advisory panel and the support of our partners. With permission from the Honorable Governor and Chief Minister, may I request National President-elect Flo, Ms. Vinita Bimbit, to honor these gracious supporters and luminaries, many of whom are amongst us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome UN Women's Representative for India, Bhutan, Maldives, and Sri Lanka, Dr. Rebecca Tavares. CEO Gina Davies Institute on Gender in Media, Madeleine Dinono. Actor, director, social activist, Ms. Nandita Das. Founder and blogger-in-chief, Ms. Malini Media, Malini Agarwal. Film director and editor, Aruna Raje Patil. Director, Population First, Dr. A.L. Shalta. I believe Dr. Shalta is not with us here this morning, but our heartfelt thanks. Director, Klein Media, Kineet Khurana. Ladies and gentlemen, the first gentleman amongst us on the advisory panel. So could you please put your hands together? I say thank you. Also to Canada Consul General, Mr. Jordan Reeves. This festival would not have been possible without you. So once again, a big thanks from all of us. Picking up from where you left off, Balcony, I want to make a comment on what role models the popular princess movies offer to young children. Did you ever consider that? Traditionally, the heroines, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, are strikingly similar, soft-spoken, ethereally beautiful, and willing to endure hardship and humiliation without a peep of of complaint. Today's Disney princesses are a pluckier bunch. But research has found a surprising trend even here. Even when they have the starring role, women speak only a minority of the dialogue, and far less than they did in the films of the 1930s and 50s. Male characters with speaking roles vastly outnumber the female ones in every single film, even in cartoons. Female characters get just 32% of the lines, for example, in The Little Mermaid. So this problem is systemic. It's not just Bollywood, it's not just Hollywood. It's what we are telling our children from the time that they're 2 years old and we put television on and seat them in front of it while they're having dinner. So, Falguni, the responsibility that you've put on the audience here, the filmmakers, our government, the authorities, the audiences is huge. So consider. Cut to Bollywood, where we've had more than our fair share of simpering female role models, cast as decoration, fantasy creatures, and quite frankly, often as caricatures. These stereotypes have root in, but also shape the popular image of the female characteristic. The younger generation of Bollywood is slowly shaping newer attitudes, where the women are opinionated and vocal, where love-lorn stalking is not romantic, it is stalking. Where the wife...
It's a special gathering of very important guests, and I feel it's a fitting tribute to a very, very important girl, Neerja Bhanot, whose daring act of heroism aboard a hijacked flight in the 1986 helped save 359 lives before she lost her own. I'm aware that FLO is the oldest and largest women's business association in Southeast Asia. With the credo of women empowerment since 32 years, you have taken huge initiatives in skilling, sanitation, and education of the girl child. Just the sheer magnitude of work that you take on, battling to give basic rights to women all across, is reason enough for me to salute you. I have been a supporter of women's causes, and I find that there is great synergy between the character of Neerja and FLO's ethos. I am also a feminist. Neerja, as an empowered and brave young woman, embodies the characteristics of women today, brave and ready to deal with what life throws at you. This is what Neerja did. Face an extraordinary and unexpected circumstance with a resolve and defiance that was paralleled by none, proving that the most sacrificing of heroic acts comes from an innate sense of courage within. I feel that women today, here and in India's smaller cities, rural areas, everywhere, are our everyday heroes. Bold, brave, standing up and empowering themselves. They are compassionate, giving, and sensitive to the needs of others around. Thank you, FLO, for giving them the tools to empower, to make them believe, to be the harbinger of changes in today's times. I hope you enjoy the special selection of the films curated for this festival. Here's to the magic of celebrating the spirit of life with Neerja. Neerja, India will not forget you. You will remain to live amongst us and inspire generations. We will not have Neerja be forgotten in the chapters of history, and we are hopeful that India will come forth and prove that Neerja's sacrifice will continue to ignite a path to selfless righteousness. Thank you so much, everybody.
There was a time that celebrities especially didn't want to be identified with the term feminist. So I'm proud, Ms. Kapoor, that you have chosen to identify yourself as such, and love the glasses too, by the way. So refreshing to see glasses instead of contact lenses. Our next speaker has led FICCI's Women's Wing since 2015, influencing national and state level policy regarding women in business. She has also been a key board member of the Noida Women Entrepreneurs Association for the last 17 years. A leading quizzer, she was named Champion of Champions by BBC Mastermind and also served on the Trigoni expert panel of Kaun Banega Crorepati, the Indian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. In a business avatar, she runs an exceptionally successful gems and jewelry business across India with exports around the globe. She's widely traveled, sought after to speak at international conferences, a magazine and newspaper columnist on history, women's empowerment, retail and culture. Please welcome National President Flo, Ms. Archana Garodia Gupta.
From the state government. I'm very, very happy to be here. I'm very happy to make sure that my film is going to be shown at FICCI Flo. That is my support to this organization, and I'm excited about this new venture.
Okay, Sonam, एक बहुत अलग बात ये भी हो रही है कि जब हम वुमेन फिल्म की बात करें, आप बिल्कुल आगे आने वाली वुमेन पावर की बात करने वाली है, इंडिया के रिप्रेजेंटेशन करने वाली है। वहीं पर चित्तौड़गढ़ में जब सिलेक्शन हो रहा था वहाँ के लिए, तब मेल पुलिस वाले हैं फिजिकल टेस्ट ले रहे थे या फिजिकल जिसे बोलते हैं चेकिंग कर रहे थे। जितने भी कैंडिडेट्स वहाँ पर पार्टिसिपेट करने आए थे, एग्जाम देने आए थे, ऐसे में अरे बूम नीचे करो यार, और एक ऐसी व्यक्ति महिलाओं की नया फेस है, क्या रिएक्ट करेंगे पुलिस वालों को या वन विभाग वालों को इस तरीके से? महिला का तो महिला ही चेक करना है।
मैं सिर्फ इतना कह सकती हूँ कि जो रिस्पेक्ट हम दे सकते हैं हमें देना चाहिए, और अगर वो रिस्पेक्ट दिखाई नहीं देता, नहीं दे तो वो अच्छी बात है।
प्लीज कंटिन्यू, आई वाज आस्किंग अनदर क्वेश्चन। नो प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
मैं सिर्फ इतना कह सकती हूँ कि इज्जत सबको इज्जत इक्वली देनी चाहिए। मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहती हूँ, अगर इज्जत नहीं मिल रही अच्छी बात है।
Coming back to Bollywood, Sonam, do you think that female actors get that much importance in films? Like, you know,
well, I've been trying to get that importance since the age of 23, और इसलिए मैं अभी इस पीढ़ी पे आई हूँ जहाँ मैं नीचे जैसी फिल्म प्रमोट कर रही हूँ, नीचे जैसी फिल्म को प्लेटफॉर्म मिल रहा है। तो डेफिनेटली since I've joined the industry 8-9 years back, हम बहुत थोड़ी मतलब हम आगे चल रहे हैं हमारे मतलब गोल की तरफ।
जब बात होती है, जब ए लिस्टर एक्टर्स होते हैं साथ में फिल्म में, तब क्या आपको लगता है उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंस मिल पाता है?
वो मुझे पता नहीं। पर मैंने एक फिल्म की थी प्रेमतम की बाई, जिसने बहुत अच्छा बॉक्स ऑफिस में छा गई और मेरे हिसाब से मेरा रोल तो बहुत ही अच्छा था, बहुत ही लंबा था। और अगर सलमान जी 200 दिन काम कर रहे थे, मैं 180 दिन काम कर रही थी। तो आई थिंक वो इट्स अप टू द चॉइस, आई चूज टू डू फिल्म्स लाइक दैट। और अगर दूसरी जो हीरोइंस हैं ऐसी चॉइसेस बनाएंगी लेंगी तो डेफिनेटली हम चेंज जल्दी हो जाएगा।
We take one more last. We have only women power with this film festival. So what is empowerment? So what are the three best Bollywood films which are female
गाइड
नहीं होएगा ना, भूमि नहीं दिखेगा, 4-4 रूम पकड़ा।
अब जब वुमेन्स डे या लोगों वापस बधाई देंगे तब उसमें कोई बड़ा स्ट्रॉन्ग
आई थिंक वुमेन्स डे शुड बी सेलिब्रेटेड, पर मैं बहुत ही खुश हूँ कि एक दिन गिविंग वन डे फॉर वुमेन्स डे। पर जैसे हमारे ऋषि ने कहा कि वुमेन आर मल्टीटास्कर्स और हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, तो लेट्स सेलिब्रेट द फैक्ट दैट वी are capable of doing anything and more than a lot of men.
Okay.
पकड़ो प्रेरणा, संभालो। क्या रोलिंग?
Just tell us about this, how did you think about having a film festival entirely based on women?
The flow is 32 years old. And we do so much work for women. When we work for women empowerment, it's like we're doing it in not just in the last 20 years. We are training women. Outside. For the platform is see what we're doing already. So we want to create a ecosystem and keep feeding what we're doing. And there's nothing better than in our country, the whitest country in the world. And we wanted to use the medium of films, opportunities and curated films again all over the world, all which deal with the subjects that we do. The films are on women's sanitation, they're on women entrepreneurs, they're on self-esteem, they're on things that should not be happening while etc. So all the films have been created. So through the medium of film, we're really saying this is what we do. Here's the platform. You can see it on an international platform, what is happening to women. And then through that platform, we start enough of a dialogue to then create the whole ecosystem. If you're we've asked for one of the women entrepreneurs park. We've asked for a crafts hut where Indian craftsmen, women can come and sell their wares. So this is exactly what we want. That through the festival we make ourselves heard, and in that process everything is celebrated. Thank you so much.